what's happening? This is your dude, GKA from the prodigal son of that fine organization, Groove 5 Groove Social Fellowship Incorporated. And I got this young, fine gentleman right here. And can I ask you a question?
You may. Go ahead.
What is your name?
My name's Patrick.
Patrick. Okay, cool, Patrick. So what do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking?
I am a prosecutor at the Harris County DA's office.
Okay. Well, this is an interesting question now. So, Patrick, I want to say thank you for taking the time out to really just sit here and listen to my question of the hour.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Do you think individuals in today's society really appreciate education?
That is that's a great question, and I think my answer is that, or as I'm thinking about it, is that as people say, we're always. I think you should always be learning. You should always be in a learning mode, and you should also understand that education comes both in the classroom and outside the classroom. Probably more outside the classroom than in.
They're called street smarts.
Right, street smarts, right? Yeah.
Street smarts 101.
Right.
Yeah, and book smarts.
Exactly. And I would say, because I'm a little bit older, you call me a youngster, but I'm 58 years old now.
Okay.
So I've had some time to reflect a little bit, and I didn't get married till I was 42, and so now I got an 11-year-old, 10-year-old, and 5-year-old, and so I get to see kids in school and out of school, in my home every day. And I think what I would say is that people want, it seems like a majority want, they want things quickly. And education doesn't always happen. In fact, it often doesn't happen quickly or fast. It's something that the best education is the kind where you trip and fall and get back up and you learn from the trip and falls.
That's true.
Right? And if you try to get something too quickly and you want to skip past all the trip and falls, you want to, you see somebody like, let's say those that, there's so much more that's accessible at the fingertips than when I was a kid, all the internet and all the way that people can start their own businesses online. You can start your channels. You can have whatever you want that way, and it's all open for you. But people want it too fast, and they don't want to do what it takes to lay the foundation for things. Often,
what you brought up is a good analogy. Okay, I'm going to, because to me, I feel like what you brought up is people's circumstances.
Yeah.
And sometimes the environment.
Yes.
Sometimes the environment kind of push you in a manner whereas you got to get something done.
Yeah.
Like earlier, I was speaking to the young ladies, and the young lady was speaking about how football players, college football players, trying to hurry up and go to the draft.
Right.
Because they understand their environment that they come from.
Right.
Hey, you know what? I need to help some of my peers in this environment because everybody depending on me.
Right.
So I think sometimes the situation that people encounter determine the factor of why they feel like they need something so quick and fast.
It's hard to have that perspective to appreciate the long term, and to think that, okay, what I really need to do is set it up for something longer than, but at the same time, understand that you're probably going to do a lot of things that, maybe have success for a while and then don't, and you got to change, and that's okay. That's okay. Time, the best currency is not power or wealth. It's actually time. Time is the currency that is always with you, and it's the last one that's with you before your last steps on this earth too, is time. And so education is a lot about how you use the currency of time, I would say, and not be grabbing for the money and the power, but be thinking, what can I do with my time? How to make it count every day.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of needed this because as a young man, I'm 30. You know, I'm 30. You got what you said?
58, 58, yeah.
You got what, 18 years on me, 17 years on me? So as a young man that have his bachelor's, master's, also in the career of education, and also working on my doctoral degree, right? So at the moment, I'm like, man, I need some money.
Yes.
I need to go find me another career because this education system ain't doing it for me. I don't have no money. Something need to shake. So instead of saying, you know what, let me maximize my time or let me see what this time can benefit me from, I'm too concerned with the money. Yeah. Because I feel like, man, I got a master's. I should at least be in the 60s or 80s.
It's almost midnight. I'm coming in to work an extra shift. Why? Because I got kids that got hobbies. So I need money too. But when I'm home, I put the phone to the side because I look at my 5-year-old son and I go, he don't need my money. He needs my money. He needs food on the table, but he needs my time. He needs my time, and that's going to be the best way that I can educate him and about how to grow up and be a boy and a young man, and that's what I want to give him. I want to give him the time. I don't. If I was just making money somewhere and all I could do is tell him, but look what I bought you, look what I left you, look at this legacy, that
ain't gonna matter.
That ain't gonna matter in the end, right? What's gonna matter is the time. So that's my answer.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time out with me.
Thank you. All right then.
I appreciate that.